Right now, at this very second, something is happening in our universe that should be impossible. A monster, invisible, silent, and ancient, is tearing a star apart, pulling its burning flesh across millions of kilometers, swallowing it alive. And the terrifying part? There's one of these things sitting at the center of our own galaxy. It has the mass of 4 million suns. It is patient, and it has been waiting for 4 billion years. To understand what a black hole really is, forget everything science fiction ever showed you. Forget the swirling drain in space, the glowing ring from the movies. The truth is far stranger and far more violent. A black hole is not a hole. It is not empty. It is the opposite of empty. It is a point in space-time where matter has been crushed to a density so extreme, so incomprehensibly compact, that the very laws of physics we know, the laws that govern every atom in your body, every breath you take, simply stop working. They break. They fail, and no equation written by any human mind has yet been able to describe what happens beyond that point. It begins with a star, not just any star, a giant, a cosmic furnace burning hundreds of times hotter than our sun, blasting light across hundreds of light years. For millions of years, this star burns in a perfect balance. Gravity crushes inward, nuclear fire pushes outward. It is a war fought in silence, across distances we cannot fathom. And then, one day, the fuel runs out. In a fraction of a second, faster than you can blink, the star's core collapses, not slowly, not gradually, instantly. In that single catastrophic moment, a star that could fit 1 million Earths inside it is crushed down to a point smaller than an atom. The shock wave tears the outer layers apart in the most violent explosion in the universe, a supernova. The brightness rivals entire galaxies, but what is left behind in the dark, silent center of that devastation? A black hole, a wound in the fabric of space itself, and nothing, not light, not radiation, not time, can escape its grip. The boundary of this wound has a name, the event horizon. Cross it, and you are gone from the universe. Not dead, gone. The laws of causality themselves are severed at that line. From the outside, an observer watching you fall in would see something extraordinary. They would watch you slow down. Time would stretch around you like taffy. You would appear to freeze at the edge, growing dimmer, redder, fading, and then vanishing. Meanwhile, you, if you've somehow survived the tidal forces, would cross the horizon without even knowing it. No sign, no alarm, no wall of fire, just the quiet, horrifying realization that every path forward, every direction you can possibly travel, leads only deeper in. This is what physicists mean when they say that inside a black hole, space and time swap roles. In our world, time always moves forward. You cannot choose to go backward in time, but inside the event horizon, inward becomes your future. You cannot choose not to move inward any more than you can choose not to move forward in time. The singularity at the center is not a place, it is a moment. And it is a moment that is coming for you, whether you move or not. And here is where things take a turn that even Einstein did not see coming. In December 2025, astronomers watched something that should not be possible. A supermassive black hole, 10 billion light-years away, carrying the mass of 500 million suns, unleashed a flare of energy so intense it outshone the output of 10 trillion stars. 10 trillion in a single burst. Scientists named it J2245 plus 3743, and it shattered every record for the most energetic outburst ever observed in the history of astronomy. A star had wandered too close. The black hole did not simply destroy it, it announced its kill to the entire observable universe. But that was not the most unsettling discovery of our era. In 2025, LIGO, the gravitational wave observatory that listens to the universe the way a doctor listens to a heartbeat, detected 2 black holes colliding that simply should not exist. Black holes with masses between 70 and 140 times the mass of the sun cannot form from a dying star. Physics forbids it. The explosion that creates a black hole in that mass range is so violent, so total, that it destroys the star completely, leaving nothing behind. No remnant, no core, nothing. And yet, there they were, 2 impossible black holes smashing together to form a single titan of 225 solar masses, sending ripples through the fabric of spacetime that washed over Earth like a ghost wave from the ancient past. How did they form? The answer that scientists now believe is this: Black holes can grow by eating each other. They can merge and merge again, building mass through collision after collision across billions of years until they break every rule we thought applied to them. The universe, it turns out, doesn't care about our rules. And then the discovery that rewrites everything we thought we understood about the history of the cosmos. In August of 2025, the James Webb Space Telescope locked onto a galaxy so distant that its light has been traveling toward us for more than 13 billion years. Inside it, blazing at full power just 500 million years after the Big Bang, was a black hole 300 million times the mass of our sun. It was already enormous. It was already ancient. It had somehow grown to that size in a universe that was barely a newborn. Our best models of how black holes grow, the ones we spent decades building, cannot explain it. This black hole is not just record-breaking, it's a message from the beginning of time telling us that we have the story of the universe wrong. And perhaps the most disturbing thing of all, scientists announced in late 2025 that something fundamental about black holes themselves appears to be changing. The light that supermassive black holes emit has shifted over the last 6 billion years. The structure of the inferno surrounding them, the accretion disk, the corona, the physics of matter at the edge of the abyss is not the same today as it was when the universe was young. Black holes are evolving, and we do not know why. Here is what we do know. Right now, at the center of the Milky Way, our black hole, Sagittarius A star, is spinning. Scientists confirmed this in 2025 using artificial intelligence to analyze over 12 million simulations. It is spinning near the maximum speed that physics allows. As it spins, it does not just rotate, it drags the fabric of space-time around with it, like a spoon stirring thick honey. Stars orbit it not in clean ellipses, but in wobbling, precessing spirals. We watched this happen in real time for the first time this year, a star being ripped apart, its debris spiraling into a supermassive black hole, and the jet of matter firing outward, visibly wobbling as space-time itself twisted beneath it. Frame dragging, lens-steering precession, a prediction made over a century ago by two Austrian physicists, finally witnessed with human eyes. Einstein was right, but he could not have imagined this. So here is the question I want to leave you with tonight, and I want you to think about this. Really think about it before you scroll away. If a black hole more than 300 million times the mass of our sun was fully formed just 500 million years after the Big Bang, when the universe was barely an infant, then what was there before the first stars? What fed it? What built it? Where did it come from? Some scientists are beginning to ask a question that once would have gotten them laughed out of any serious conference room. What if black holes were not created by stars at all? What if some of them, the oldest, the largest, the most impossible ones, what if they came first? What if black holes are not the death of stars? What if they are the seeds from which everything else, every galaxy, every star, every atom in your body was born? We do not know the answer. And that's the most thrilling thing about living in this moment in history. We are standing at the edge of the greatest mystery in science, watching the universe slowly reveal itself, one impossible discovery at a time. If this blew your mind even a little, if you felt that strange mix of terror and wonder that only the deepest truths of the cosmos can produce, then drop your answer in the comments right now. Do you think black holes created the universe, or did the universe create them? I read every single comment, and the best ones I will actually feature in a future video. If you want more science that hits this hard, the kind that makes you question everything you thought you knew about reality, then smash that like button, share this video with someone whose mind you want to break today, and subscribe so you never miss what we uncover next. The universe has more secrets, and we're just getting started.